Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to Trekking Across the Universe here on the NDB Media Network, August 9th, 2025. And for those of us that live on a dimensional plane not of our own, it is August 10th tomorrow. So, hey, it is what it is. Welcome, one and all. I'm your host. I'm the lucky one to be the host today. I'm Roger. Hi, Liz. How are you doing, young lady? How's everything in the world of Lizdom?
Busy, and more busy.
Good for you. I'm glad. And all kidding aside, I am glad that you've been able to return, kiddo. You were missed while you were out. I mean that. And it's good seeing you on the programs.
Thank you, Roger. I appreciate that.
Michael, how you doing, young man?
Busy. But that's okay.
Okay. Hi, Aaron. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm good. I'm busy too.
1, 2, 3. No, I am not. So that was well done. I don't know if that was intentional or not. It's really good. Folks, I'm going to ask, don't forget, like and subscribe the program. And you're helping us do that stuff here on the network. You can always follow. It helps the metrics, and it's really kind of cool. So don't forget, we do appreciate it. And for everyone watching, thank you. We know you're watching in the archive. Well, that's what we used to call on Blog Talk Radio, in the archive, or it's after the live program. We thank everyone that's watching, and let us know who you are and where you hail from when you're in on the program. So we're going to get to it. Don't forget, ndbmedia.net, everything that's going on there in the network. And a little bit later on, I'm going to ask everyone to give us their websites and if they have any updates on stuff that's going on right now. Let's get to it. Episode 5, Season 3, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. What are we reviewing?
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. Through the Lens of Time, written by, I believe it was Onitra Johnson and David Lopez, directed by Andy Armganian. It debuted on August 7, 2025. Had a runtime of 54 minutes. Let's get to it. I believe I'll go to Michael first on this one.
Oh, you would. I enjoyed it. I did not enjoy the one the week before. I was the kind of lone person that didn't like it. But I did enjoy this one very much. I don't know. It just felt, they had little dimensional little things too. So I think they contaminated our timeline, and that's why we've been having little problems here on this show today. That's my
I got that smile there, Aaron. You want to add to that?
No, I'm unfortunately on the opposite camp. I didn't enjoy this episode. I'm so sad because the last couple I haven't enjoyed either. My heart is open. I want to love, but it's not, so far it's really not doing it for me. And this one, I like the concept of the story, but I've seen it before and I've seen it done better.
I think I was just trying to give it more of a benefit of the doubt because of last week, because I just hated last week's.
Oh, okay. Well, then if I could, okay, Liz, go ahead. And I'm going to ask, because I need to catch up on your opinions. I'm sorry. Liz, give me an idea on the episode.
I thought it was more enjoyable than last week's. Last week's I did have, like I said, and we'll go back into it, some areas that were fun, but this to me seemed a little bit more Star Trek, not weird Trek. And I did have a couple issues with it regarding Nurse Chapel and leading the mission. But if you actually go through history, she didn't kind of become so back offish until after she had experienced some grief in her life. But it's really still kind of felt wrong having her do it. So that was one of my main issues. But I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the possible bringing forward of a presence that is still hanging around.
I appreciate that, Liz. Thank you. At first thought, I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was creative. I've already alluded to it the different times there, but for lack of a better word, as Aaron said, it has been done before, and it probably has been done better. But I'm going to agree with you, Liz. It did feel like Star Trek. I did get that out of it. So it had my attention. When we had the resolution, look, when she had to walk across, first thing was like, the three tests, Indy, a leap of faith. I remembered that from Indiana Jones. I'm like, all right, I can do this. If I was there, I was the red shirt end to the back. I got this. So I would have gone with that. But there were issues with it. I think it has been done better. It had my attention, and knowing that this could lead to something else, that may have changed my. I'm going to butcher this. The jadedness that I had during the episode, it kind of gave me like, ooh, okay, all right, you punks, you have my attention. So that, and the way Pella was acting throughout the episode, I used the line earlier, the EBGBs. I'm like, okay, it should have been a little bit better. But the impression that we received from Pella, she's like, hey, this is not good. And this is a spirit that has lived through time. Well, not through time, but has lived for a long time. And even she was, no. She corrected the captain, because the captain was kind of, there's no evil. Yes, it is, Captain. So I did appreciate that. I think Greg and I would have agreed, because I think Pelia is his favorite character, I believe, on this one. So I did appreciate that from her. That form of dread was good. But yes, again, Aaron, spot on, dude. Spot on. Yeah, it's been done before. So there was good stuff that happened in it, though. It had my attention. But yeah, it's been done before, and maybe a little bit better. Oh, we have a comment in the chat.
What is Greg?
Oh, Greg, there it is, brother. Are we transmuting? So that's very possible. I liked Peli in this episode. I thought so. I did. EBGBs, yes. Yeah, I already used that one to my embarrassment, Greg. So it's okay. What else did you guys want to add to it? I think there was a line in there at the very beginning when they were talking about resurrection technology. The minute they said resurrection technology, I'm like, whoa, wait, am I watching Battlestar Galactica? Or am I watching Star Trek? But did you catch Spock's brain?
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was all right with that. Now, everything that's happening with with Captain Patel, sometimes Star Trek has an annoying habit of resolving huge events in 1 or 2 episodes. But I have to give them credit when they realize something happened and it's continuing. It hasn't been resolved yet. And the issues with Captain Patel, it's good. I'm all right with that. One of the best carryovers was, remember, the best of both worlds was with Captain Picard. And then a few episodes later, we get the episode it was immediately following Family. We see there are ramifications. Things just don't go away. And it was good. I did appreciate that. But I'll leave it at that for right now. Anything else you guys want to add?
Not right now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Was it that good of an episode?
No. I just got a message from Greg, so I was dealing with that.
Oh,
Is he
okay.
joining us?
I think so. I didn't think he was going to be available. So but
Yeah.
it sounds like he is. So I just sent him the link. So he'll probably be here
Oh, there he is.
in a second. So
There he is.
He transported in. Perfect timing. Glad to see the transporters working.
Running late, fashionably late.
You're
but that's
right, Greg.
okay. I wasn't sure you could make it. So
How you doing, Greg?
Oh, I forgot to turn off YouTube. There we go.
Well, tell us your opinions. What was the episode for you? How was it?
Very derivative, but not horrible. I mean, I got all sorts of like impressions. Like there was like the Deep Space Nine episode with the game that they got sucked into, and there was video game I played that had like a maze, and when you walked through the mist, you weren't sure which direction you went in, and so it reminded me a little of that. And, the whole thing with the ancient, the aliens ascending or whatever, becoming immortal. I thought of the ancients from Stargate.
Bingo.
So, but other than that, we got to see a new planet. We got to see a new alien. I thought the little voice modulation effect that they did with the alien was kind of cool. I do have to say, though, right off the bat, when Nurse Gamble was doing his personal log, I'm like, oh, they're going to pull Discovery, and we're going to kill off the guy that we're finally getting to know.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. I had the same
I missed that.
So that was kind of disappointing because, they made him like really likable at the beginning of the episode. He was young, he was excited. I never get tired of saying Enterprise.
He was so excited about his first away mission.
That too.
Yeah. And that right there should have told you it'll be your last away mission.
And he wasn't wearing red,
I know.
No. But in the original series, he would have been wearing blue, and statistically more.
That's right. But everybody says red.
Wearing blue.
Yeah, the science people. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, remember, he did have blood on his tunic, so that might have been the red.
Yeah.
So, I did miss that one, Greg, and you're right. There was another line I did appreciate. I thought it was so funny, knowing all the drama and relationship issues that are going on right now. I thought it was so darn appropriate when Christine Chapel says, "Let's go dig up the past." And I'm like, oh, all right. That was a relationship line. I thought that was funny. And it's, it's always directed at the female. So, because I actually told someone this week, I said, you're an archaeologist, aren't you? Why? Because you love to dig up the past. So I thought it was funny that this was used today. And it's a slight, but I thought it was still funny. Did I lose Captain Cooper on that one?
Wow. Roger.
No, I was having a sneezing fit.
Oh.
And I was like, am I going to be able to mute it in time?
Okay.
Oh. I actually didn't clue in on that.
Yeah.
I actually tuned out with all the relationship stuff. I thought that
I did like her line at the end of the teaser after the Enterprise fired down the deflector beams so they could activate it. And I was like, oh, man, this was good. Captain, we're going to need a bigger landing party. Come on, baby. That was Jaws,
just screamed across. Yep.
That made me chuckle. I did laugh at that. So it was a good start. But, yes, I agree with you, Greg. You were harsher than I am. I agree with you, Aaron. Yes, 100%. We've seen it before. Could have been done better. But I suppose that's why I said it did have its moments, which I did enjoy. And at the end, Greg, what do you think? There's a possible mystery threat that could happen later on. Because they said, could you imagine if all these things got out?
Well, what if one of them has been out and was the entity in Wolf in the Fold?
Mm-hmm.
Really? How'd you make that connection?
Ancient evil.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And it possessed the. I mean, granted, it was a lot more violent, but it possessed people. As soon as like the thing was inside Campbell, that's all I could think of was, Rejek.
Yep.
Okay.
But so much so it's like I'm surprised they didn't use one of the terms from the Wolf in the Fold episode for it.
Now, it may have escaped. Did you guys notice at the very end where Mbenga makes a call and it's fuzzy the way the view screen was? It's in the transporter buffer. But
it did something to the.
I think it's in the computer systems
Yeah.
itself,
I think
not
it
the
is.
buffer.
Yes.
Because in Wolf
Before
in the
you
Fold, he
joined us,
went into
Greg-
the computer system.
I'm sorry, Michael. What was
I
the
said
question?
in Wolf in the Fold, it got into the computer system of the Enterprise.
Very good.
Yeah.
Greg, before you joined us, I don't know if you caught it, but I did appreciate Elia and just the way she was not happy with this. She was not frightened of it, but she was weary of it.
And she wanted to be on camera all the time, being the
Oh, that was
documentary.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was adorable.
Should I do it
again?
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, some of the techno babble was okay. It wasn't as heavy as it can be. I was actually able to understand it again. I love the whole idea of layered dimensional space. That was good. It fit. But beyond that, the episode was passable for me. I don't know if there's much else. I did appreciate the ending. There's more to follow. And it did have its moments, but was this a super, super entertaining episode? No, it was okay.
Yeah, we did get a little sci-fi. On top of the layered space thing, I liked the reverse causality. I thought that was really neat.
I did too.
I thought that was a really neat idea. The whole, they had to do the leap of faith thing, with the, take a step on, where there was nothing. What?
No, I'm sorry, Greg. Go ahead.
No, I'm thinking the room itself. I even watched it a second time, and like the room, the visuals around the room itself seemed to be like shifting and altering.
I kind of thought that too, but I wasn't sure if it was just my eyesight playing tricks on me or.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I'd wondered if they used that immersive space for that. And they might have had to do something to give it a little bit of an extra effect
of it,
so it wouldn't look odd. But it was pretty. I thought that was pretty cool. The other thing is like I even on the second rewatch, I didn't get that around the thing. I couldn't tell if there was nothing beyond it before the door locked, or if it was just dark, because it the room looked like a platform. So I mean, I was when they first went in there, though, I didn't get that sense. So it was still a little, even on the second watch, I was a little fuzzy on what was going on there.
All right. Well, let me ask my fellow citizens of the Federation, what did you guys think? I'm sure you caught it when Spock dismissed the whole idea of an afterlife, because he said, "Oh, hey, oh yeah, resurrection and all this. That's we know that is not true." Wait a minute, what about your contra, pal? Okay, that was number one. But was Pike there when Spock said that? Because had I been a red shirt and Spock was dismissive of faith, knowing that Captain Pike is a religious man, I would have said, "You want to say that with Pike here, Spock?"
Yeah.
I would have been the red shirt that would have lost his job, but I would.
I don't think Pike is religious though. I think what he was saying in the other episode was, my dad always says that I should have prayed. Now I'm in a situation I should pray. Maybe I should pray, and that's why he prayed. I don't think he might be spiritual person, but I don't think he's particularly religious. I think.
Fair enough, Aaron. I appreciate that. That's good. Okay. All right, and that knocks almost my entire statement down. But the other part, no, realistically, Spock
Katra
says the Katra thing. I'm like, wait a minute, did we miss that? He lives eternally. If his Katra is so chosen to live in the hall of it. Oh, have you guys read Star Trek 3, the book? Okay, I'm going into book material. So maybe I don't know if that's relevant.
Well,
I think it's probably more ironic the fact that it's Spock saying that there's no such thing as resurrection, and then as we know, he is reborn. So maybe it's just.
But could this have been Spock more saying it because at this point he was still exploring so much of his human side versus his Vulcan side, even though he may have known it. He was more thinking as a human than as a Vulcan.
Yeah, perhaps.
Perhaps. And I'm willing to acquiesce to what you guys said right now, that maybe I'm missing it. And it's really like Spock is the one saying, resurrection, cut it out. That doesn't happen. And then we have Star Trek 3. We have the resurrection of Spock. Maybe it could be that. I might be reading more into that. But okay, that's fair.
Well, the Katra thing could be more like a recording than an actual entity, too.
So then the Spock that we have after Star Trek 3 is a recording of Spock?
Yes.
That is neat. I like it. Okay.
Much the same way that Data is a recording of Data. In Picard.
Fair enough. Wow. The ancient Klingon temple. Ooh. They can do it spiritually. No ODN networks required. So it's all good. All right, fair enough. Any other thoughts or comments on this one?
I thought the outside of the building was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job. You never really see wide shots on the planet in Star Trek that aren't matte paintings. And I think this is the first time they attempted to do something on that scale with CG, and I thought it came across beautifully.
It's always nice to be actually outside as well on this show.
Yeah.
Well, I think the outside looked like it was. The lighting looked natural.
Well, they're getting better at that. So using that, I think I have a feeling that was using the wall.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, and they're getting better.
Not the quarry. The quarry was a quarry, but
yeah,
a thing. But yeah, the inside was definitely
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the outside was outside, except for the exterior wall of the artifact.
Yeah, guys, please correct me if I'm wrong. I know you will. But prior to the Enterprise firing the deflector beams, it uncovered the temple, right? Because they couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So was it cloaked, or did they do something to like?
I thought they blasted something. I thought they blasted the outer rock off. That's
without damaging the building,
which I thought was amazing personally. And I said,
that's what I thought too. And then I'm like, well, they didn't. There's like no damage or debris on the. It's just like all of a sudden it's gone.
Well, just like if they used the deflector, I was thinking, did they disintegrate? The outside, and I said, how did they do that? That's the only thing I had some problems with, and I was going like, what exactly did they do?
I know that I would agree with you on that one, Michael. It was very unclear, but I was instantly enraptured with the facade of the building.
Yes, absolutely. But it was just, I was going like, what? Wait a minute, what just happened?
Other than that, there was another issue, which is an inconsistency in Star Trek. and I'm not sure who mentioned it earlier, that Christine Chapel was running the away team.
Yep.
No,
Liz said that. Yeah.
the annoyance that they have, it's always gotten on my nerves, especially the next generation and everything thereafter. When you have a captain issue an order, and then right away the first officer has to chime up. Now I know that is Writers Guild rules, so, and I'm exaggerating, so they can get more characters in. But it's like, well, I thought it was up to Spock. He's a senior officer. Even if Starfleet is a civilian organization, which it's not, it's been mentioned in Star Trek itself that the fleet is the military arm of the Federation.
Mhm.
Whether they're an exploratory agency or not, they are the military arm. So they play loose with requirement standards and stuff, and that's kind of annoyed me over the years. But beyond that, yeah. But I did catch that, Liz.
You did.
Oh,
Well, at
Yeah,
this
that-
point,
that-
is
that was-
Christina Starfleet or a civilian?
well, no, she's part of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think she's
part of the
civilian.
crew.
I think she's
No.
civilian.
So, according to Memory Alpha, it says she was on a civilian exchange when she was assigned to the Enterprise as a lieutenant commander under Captain Pike,
Yeah.
which I guess means she would outrank Spock because he's only a lieutenant.
Hmm.
So I thought she was in charge of it because it was an archaeological dig and she was still essentially apprenticing with Corby.
Yeah, but lieutenant commanders never ask permissions
True.
if she outranks Spock. So Spock here is lieutenant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not even a question.
Interesting.
Most.
Aaron finds all the good stuff.
Oh, I
Like
know.
I said, Captain, we're going to need a bigger boat
That to me was the best line in the whole thing.
or a landing party. Yeah. So, all right,
The-
fair
the-
enough. I appreciate that, Aaron. Good job.
The one thing besides
Will be
that, like,
corrected. I'm sorry, Liz. Go ahead.
it's okay. The one thing that I really found annoying besides that was Uhura acting all like a little lovesick puppy and not doing her job when she was supposed to be when they were setting up all of the pylons for the transmission between the ship. That really irritated me. That's not Uhura. You know, fawning over this kid that's doing all the videoing and everything and not doing her stuff.
There
And that's
is,
the end of it.
Liz, you're right. They're officers. They know there's a time to mess around. There's a time not to. So,
I thought he had frozen.
Well, she was also interested in the camera thing too.
yes. And it was probably Ortegas himself that was trying to mess with her more than anything else. Because you saw her reaction. She's like, oh, smooth, you little brat. So maybe it was that he was trying to take advantage of the situation more than anything.
Could be.
But all right, fair enough. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about in this episode?
I like the idea that the camera software was smart enough to put everybody together and help them clue in on that they weren't actually in different rooms. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Ortegas, the kid, actually was able to contribute to them getting away. That was cool. Yes, I agree.
And they never did explain why there was like Chinese on that like table that the weird
Oh, I know.
living thing was on either.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my peeves. You know, they said it was
But
like displaced, but they didn't like say it was displaced in time or anything.
But here's the thing: if we think that creature is still with us within the system, are we going to see it explained more coming forward into another episode?
I'm betting we are.
And that was just something to hang on with.
Maybe.
And that
Yeah.
the notation of the Chinese language, it's too specific to not be addressed. But then again, how many times have we had things like that in Star Trek in the past?
Oh, I
that they
know.
have gone over. So I think it's going to come to pass somehow. We'll get a resolution to that. I will give it to the writers. There are some things that they really slide in there, and then they reference it later. I don't know. They, for the most part, they do a good job. I don't know how it'll be this time around. But all right.
Now I want to do a fan film with the idea that aliens introduce like lo mein noodles and egg rolls.
Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be so funny.
The concept of a burrito egg roll thing as actually ancient alien knowledge.
We should do that. Yes.
That is funny. That's cool. Hey, there you go, Greg. You have the the genesis of a story right there. There you go, Aaron. There may be a tie-in right there. So you never know. That's cool. All right. Well, like I said, final thoughts on the episode. Greg gave us.
I'm looking forward to next week and see what
Yeah.
happens. See if they bring in this alien again, or is
Yeah.
it going to disappear?
Oh, sorry, Liz. Before I go over to the mind meld, Spock had a mind meld with Captain Patel, right? I
That
don't
was
know.
last week, yeah.
Oh,
Was
it
it
was
last
last week. Okay,
Wait,
so
last
I
week.
thought it was in this episode.
No.
Okay,
Oh
sorry.
God, did we talk? Did you guys talk about the whole thing with Captain Patel attacking?
Her Gorn DNA
Campbell?
recognized immediately.
What
Yeah,
that was, whatever
I
that was.
rushed over it, Greg. I implied it, but we didn't discuss it. Go ahead.
I don't. I was very surprised. I mean, I understand the idea of genetic memory, but like that was like beyond, and it just. I mean, I could see her having more of a reaction like Pelia, but like that, for her to actually start to Gorn out. I mean, I hope she doesn't literally Gorn out in future episode. But
Yeah, well, the alien wasn't too happy to realize what she was
yeah.
either.
yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, that would also kind of mean that the Gorn were like civilized that long ago, and they knew each other, and possibly both were spacefaring.
Mhm.
But the Gorn don't seem that technologically advanced, or they don't seem very sociologically advanced. Maybe I should say.
Well, maybe they regressed somehow. I mean, who
Maybe.
knows? Who knows?
But I mean, that was like my least favorite sequence of the show. I just the whole thing with Patel and the Gorn DNA. I wish they cured her with Una's blood thing, and then that was it.
Well, we wouldn't have had the other episode, the flower. So
Oh well. They
All
could have maybe fit something better in there.
there you go.
Wow.
I thought it was
Oh, sorry.
a sweet note to end with Mbega reaching out to Gamble's family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is actually standard practice. Somebody
Oh
dies
no, I
under
know,
your-
but
under your
the
command,
captain he indicated that he insisted on doing it because normally I think it would have been the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been, but he had such a close connection to him.
Yeah,
Plus, he already felt guilty because he allowed that first mission that he got him killed on.
yeah.
So there's a little guilt involved there.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And he authorized him to extend. He was supposed to go back when Christine. And so
Yeah.
guilt trip.
Did anybody freeze frame on that final scene of the screen?
Oh yes,
What was on it?
it was hard to tell. To me, it just looked like a bunch of code, just like
Okay.
a bunch of zeros, a bunch of ones, which we all know that's never a good thing.
No. Okay. But I mean, other than that, I thought it was decent. I was glad to actually have like an episode that felt like a Star Trek episode finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually not the first one to mention that, Greg.
Now he feels sad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Greg. I was just acknowledging.
Or has Greg frozen? No, Greg hasn't frozen. That's
I'm not sad.
Well, you see, he's coming in as Greg, not the Admiral. So I outrank him at this point.
I
You
can.
better change your handle there.
Yeah, he's on vacation.
Retired.
Are you also retired?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Just for the week. Till
Good for you.
Monday.
All right. Fair enough. Well, I'm going to be back on Friday anyway, so I know I'll be able to make the Saturday program. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I apologize that I've missed several. I have missed quite a few, and I'm sorry. I've missed being able to have conversations with you guys. So maybe you could just catch me up on what you guys thought of the prior episodes. If we're done with this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
we're done.
Fair enough. A shuttle to Ken Foree. What did you guys think of that one? What was your opinion?
The first
I really liked it up until the reveal that they were there because this flower was going to make a hybrid. I feel like I liked I think I said last time I liked the Enterprise episode where like there's the Vulcan zombies on the ship. I thought that was frightening, and it was like Enterprise with a horror spin, and I liked the idea of doing that. I liked the pairing of Dr. M'Benga and Captain Pike. But once it went into that other story from the previous season about the Klingon ambassador, I didn't really enjoy that half of the episode. So it just was a catch up for something I didn't need for me personally. Otherwise, I really liked the setup.
Liz?
I kind of agree with mostly with what Aaron said, and yeah, not so much of a catch up from the previous season, but I agree with you. I don't think it needed to be there. To me, it felt more like a filler. We could have had more of the A side of the story.
Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah, my thing is I was, I actually looked at what they do with the previous, what was on before, and I kept going, why are they talking about this ambassador from, the last season? And that's kind of got me. And then I went, oh, they're bringing that back again. So I wasn't too happy about that part either. But yeah, I just was kind of surprised. They kind of ruined it in my opinion. But I guess they had to remind people of what went on. So some people would not go, I don't know what they're talking about. Ooh. So I guess, I don't know. I just didn't like the spoiler, let's say that, trailer. So I don't know.
Greg?
All of that, despite the fact that through like the confrontation, I thought M'Benga's performance was outstanding. It's like he did the best with the story. The only part that the other part that I would add was the whole weirdness about Mega not telling Pike what the thing really was and everything. It like created a dynamic in their relationship that disappeared really quickly. And then the whole the post-denouement scene with Pike and Patel, I thought dragged out a little too long as a result.
Okay. There's an actor, I forget his name, Michael knows. He recommended a certain program to me to chart all the television that I watch. And for the third episode of Star Trek, I rated it as good. My comment, how did I feel about it? I was thrilled. I thought Erica Ortegas was the one of the episode that shined forth. I thought she was the best one. But the whole thing about the Klingon coming at the very end, yeah, I believe I agree with all of you. It was like, did honor killing? It did. I'm not going to say I understand Klingon culture, but Still didn't seem right. It was like it was shoved in. I didn't care for it, but everything else was good. Um, the whole idea that they were going to use this one plant to stabilize her. Well, I think we got a Voyager episode about that.
Yeah.
Even though it was an accidental one, Tuvix. But I thought it was an allegory for something else. The minute I figured out that when Pike was pissed because Captain Patel had decided to change her very being, who she was, he didn't like that. Not that she was changing, but that he wasn't told and that he could have a say in it. So I caught that it was an allegory in today's world. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I did get that vibe. So I did appreciate how if it was an allegory for today's society, that was well done. I think most of my fellow citizens here agree. It's just the Klingon stuff at the end, which was kind of buried. Yeah. Now, whether you agree with me, whether it's an allegory on changing one's person or not, that remains to be seen. But it felt like it to me, right or wrong. So I was like,
I can't imagine anybody that's in a relationship, even though they're not spouses, they effectively, have this, ongoing relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine anyone not discussing that with.
Yes. So that was entertaining, and I'm not trying to dismiss it. That's probably the wrong word. I meant that this is the Star Trek that I know, good or bad. This is what Star Trek has always done. It did it before. Let this be your last battlefield. It did it in Breads and Circuses. It did it in DS9. It did it in Next Generation. Did it in Voyager. And it is a difficult thing in our society to handle still. But I'm okay with it. Because this is my Star Trek. Good or bad, I like it because this is what it's always done. And if it is an allegory for it, I caught it, kids. It was good. I respect them for that, for not doing, the hitting us over the hitting us over the head with the hammer. It was well done. And I thank them for that. So it was good. Other than that, the episode was okay. In my opinion. Sorry. I know after that, right? It was okay. But I'm talking about totality because the whole Klingon theme did throw me at the very end. So yeah. And I appreciate the fact that Mbenga beat the holy living crap out of her.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was, she's out for revenge and honor, and Mbenga's like, you don't want to mess with me, young lady. You don't. And she's like, oh, it's about if I can do away with you, I can restore my family. So, why? It doesn't right. So I genuinely enjoyed Mbenga getting the best of her, flat out. And it was good. So, all right. I appreciate that, guys. What about the episode before, which was entitled A Space Adventure Hours? And Greg, what's your opinion on that one?
Oh, I thought that one was fun. I mean, it wasn't, again, it was very derivative. I thought it was clever. It was clever despite that. I didn't really care for the Pike's holodeck character, Anson Mount's holodeck character. I couldn't tell if they were trying to combine Roddenberry with Woody Allen or somebody a lot with a much different demeanor. And the other side of it is it's it just seemed like they were putting this fake. Aaron said it best. It's like they were doing something with like the legacy of how the show got canceled and everything, and made it like they took some of the non proven behind drama that's been discussed and made it the foremost drama. With like Shatner's supposed ego and stuff like that.
I did appreciate the actor that plays Kirk. Dude, was he doing Kirk or not, man?
Oh my God.
It might have been a bit insulting or whatever, but I thought it was. He had him down. I did appreciate that. That was kind of funny. But
apparently he asked Jonathan Frakes if it was too much, and Jonathan Frakes told him to do more. So
Yeah.
I did
there
not
you
know
go.
that.
What'd you think of the Riker maneuver there in the end of the
The bloopers.
reel? The blooper reel.
I thought that was funny.
Oh,
Putting
yeah.
in that scene.
Oh yeah.
Whoever came up with that was creative.
Well, he was probably goofing with Jonathan Frakes or something,
Jonathan Frakes, the man has a sense of humor. He genuinely
does.
Oh,
He
he
does.
And I think he was the perfect choice to handle that episode. It was good. Michael, what did you think of the episode?
Yeah,
Again,
it was.
you're helping me catch up.
Yeah, well, it was okay. It wasn't one of my favorites either, but I don't know why. I was in a bad mood that day, so that's kind of what I relate it to. It was a trying week. I think that was my 6th podcast for the week.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Didn't we do like 2 that day or something?
Uh-huh.
Back?
Yeah, back to that.
You were fried.
I was fried.
Way to
Yeah.
go, kids. Way to go, rookies.
Yeah, well, rookies do well, but
And
Yes,
you did well. I'm just saying, I did 8 days in a row, and I did 16 episodes in those days. We were celebrating Star Trek. Oh my God! But I'm being a jerk, and I don't mean to be. I'm just being facetious. Way to go, rookies! 2 episodes in 1 day. Good for you. So, I'm being mean. Liz, what did you think of the episode?
The spoof that they did at the beginning and the blooper reel, I could not stop laughing. It was so overacted. It was perfect. Especially going into the, the movement, the camera movements of like when there's an impact on the ship and things like that. They really, really nailed the overacting and over the top on that part. As far as the hologram stuff, I already kind of got into this with Aaron a little bit. I kind of had a problem with the fact that, as far as I'm concerned, it was not canon. I know it's canon in the other worlds as far as the anime show and other things, but for me, it was a little over the top with that, bringing that in. And as far as what they did with some of the characters, yes, I did not like Pike's being quite as messy as he was. And I agree. I think it was a combination of trying to show a couple of different people all put together. But stop messing with Pike and giving him these weird Anson Mount, please say something about the fact you don't want to keep doing these really weird roles when it's not playing Pike. And the young lady who plays Uhura, I think, as the reception agent or whatever that she was doing, did remarkably well with that role. But it was kind of a given. But then again, I love mysteries. It was kind of a given that it was Spock being murderer of it. But the other thing that I did not like is it was so similar to Picard and his love of mysteries and things. That I kind of had an issue with too. Make it a different storyline if you're going to do it.
When I had the privilege of speaking with Joe Menosky back in the late 90s, he talked about the Voyager episode, I think Darkling, where the Doctor becomes an evil form of himself.
Yeah.
And also Message in a Bottle. He talked about how liberating it was for the writing staff to be able to create these characters that were not necessarily an offshoot, but it's the universe, but yet you get to break the rules and do things differently. And I've got to believe, and all of you have been on screen at one time or another, doing something, and then you get something fresh, you get to change it, right? It is a bit liberating, I would imagine, that what she does, Uhura, it's not that Uhura has stilted her or bored her. You get to do something different, which is kind of cool. I would imagine that appeals to the thespian as well as the writer. I notice you're nodding, Aaron. Please.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure they relished a chance to do something different. I think it's probably why the people that worked on the shows in the past enjoyed doing those holodeck stories or the, like World War II Voyager episode where they're playing different characters, because you're playing the same character for 9 months, 11 months of the year, and then you finally get to do something else. I'm sure it is more interesting. But as to whether the audience responds to it, like Liz was saying, is different. So,
Oh yeah. Now I'm not sure what you thought of the episode, Aaron. I don't think I asked you yet.
I mean, the comments are the same. I thought that it was just a mashup of other holodeck stories that we'd had before. Especially like Liz said, the big goodbye detective thing. Sort of every holodeck gone wrong story from Voyager and DS9. Yeah, to me it wasn't fresh. It was just, let's do the Strange New Worlds version of a holodeck story, and this is what they came up with. And it's, yeah, even some of the dialogue is, we need a program that defeats Lan. Oh, okay, well that was from Elementary, did that? Like, it was just rehashing. And to me personally, my parents just watched that episode and they were both like, we didn't understand the bit at the start.
No.
And I was like, well, it was Star Trek. That was the joke. It was, yeah, but why was that important in the story? We never saw any of that in the murder mystery part. So why is that important? I was like, well, I think they were trying to set up, the fact that, number one's supposed to be Lucille Ball, and Jess Bush is supposed to be Leonard Nimoy in a way, and Ortegas is supposed to be DeForest Kelly and whatever. And they're like, yeah, but if we didn't know that, like, why? Like, we didn't know any of that information, so it wasn't relevant. It was sort of just, if you were a fan, you would know that. And I think I felt the same watching that, maybe because I was around people that didn't get the inside information, and to me that didn't connect. I understand that it's an in joke for us because we know, but I don't think it worked as part of the actual story.
Wow, Aaron, yes, I would agree. And everything you just mentioned, forgive me, I have to say that this week I had commented I went to a baseball game on Tuesday, and my assistant and her nephew were there. And his name is Ricky, and Claudia and I were being dumb. We were doing the Lucy and Ricky thing, and he didn't understand who Lucy was. I'm like, what? You don't? I jokingly told him, I said, that's bad parenting if your parents have never introduced you to Lucy. I love Lucy, but I had to go Star Trek on both of them. I said, there's this episode in Enterprise, Broken Bow. I'm not going to repeat it. You all know. And I Aaron, it was almost word for word for what you said. I said, every Star Trek fan, or most Star Trek fans, know why we have Star Trek, which is crazy. The ultimate queen of comedy gave us Star Trek. She believed in it. And that line in Broken Bow is just absolutely awesome. She said, well, you got to go to the ship. Yeah, not yet. Lucy's on. I mean, is that meta, guys? I mean, is that the ultimate in joke? The love? He says, no. I have to watch Lucy tonight. Few people know outside of Star Trek that it had not been for Lucille Ball, we would not have Star Trek, which is absolutely amazing. So, yeah, it's definitely bad parenting that Ricky did not know who Lucy is. So I think we're going to educate him. But sorry, Aaron, I know I went off on a tangent on that one, but almost word for word, brother, what you said. I had a conversation with someone on that. So, yeah, everything what all of you said, I don't get it. Why did we? It's like, guys, Gene Roddenberry said, now I'm lecturing my co-host, I'm not trying to. Gene Roddenberry said, I see Star Trek long after me, written by other people. And now I'm paraphrasing. And he said, why? Because the galaxy is out there. With all those conceivable stories, we have a holodeck adventure. Yeah. I thought that was a bit of a misfire for me. I did appreciate the beginning and the end. I did appreciate that. But
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh,
I
well.
appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Yeah, oh well. I thank you.
And it looked like a next generation holodeck. It didn't like,
Yeah.
you know, they didn't do anything to make like it look a little less sophisticated. They didn't like integrate the design of it from the animated series where there was like a pedestal with the controls on it.
Yeah. Another thing I didn't care for in the episode was their cutesy way of getting around Spock in the holodeck. That she opened the doors to get into the holodeck and he was there. Okay. That was the AI or the computer trying to, get Lon to figure it out. No, it never would have worked that way. It not. She would have had to have started the program, say computer begin program, and Spock would have appeared. But I don't know. Aaron, yes, it looks like you want to say something.
The other, on the similar line, the other thing we were talking about as well was the fact that Spock doesn't appear in the Enterprise scenes for the rest of the episode, and they have like, this situation going on with the binary stars or whatever it was, and it's like, would this guy really not be like, do they have very strict rules where they have to have, a 10-hour gap in between shifts or something, and he just gives up for the, like, it just, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Very good. I didn't notice that.
Like, I get it from the story perspective, of course, it completely makes sense, but like, reality, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, what
I
they
think
tried to do didn't work. Greg, go. Sorry.
I think that Spock that was there when she opened the doors was really Spock. Because he left.
Sure, he did.
Oh, does he?
It was like when she
I
needed
did not
Spock.
notice that.
and
I
called
thought she
for him. That's
activated
when the
it.
program created the other Spock.
Okay. All right. That's fair. You got me on that one. Okay. What a shock. I missed something.
Because I think she asked him, why did you come back? Well, I thought maybe, you needed help.
Okay. It was good how she
maybe.
solved it at the end, the way Spock reacted to her. So I was like, okay, that was cool. But again, we didn't need this. Definitely. It's like, come on, guys. Come on. There's absolutely
Especially
no
with the
reason for
limited
this.
season run.
Yes.
And that I mean, I think when they do waste episode, it's fun to have a goofy episode once in a while. But, if they're wasting like almost 10% of the series, or 7% of the series on a goofy episode.
Yeah.
We've already
Look,
had two out of 5, 2 out of 4.
Yeah. Look, I wouldn't pretend to know the pressures of network television and having to write scripts out. But guys, you only got to do 10, man. They used to do 24 to 26 a year. Come on, man.
Well, and the other thing we were talking about is the fact that, the strike was on, and you're just like, how does this, like, if you have all this time, because I'm assuming some of those scripts are ready to go, like, wouldn't you have time to sort of perfect them or work out, hey, this is the type of thing we actually want to continue on with before starting again?
They weren't supposed to work on the shows at all when they were on strike. so-
Right. And that's true. The writers, yes, but you also have the producers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I would agree with Aaron on that, but Aaron doesn't differentiate as writer, producer, director, creator,
Actor.
executive producer.
Well, one of the things that came out this week,
Sorry, Aaron.
to follow on the whole throwing away an episode on something goofy, the promo with Pike as a puppet. Apparently, they are doing an episode with Jim Henson's Muppet things.
Wow.
Jim Henson Studios. They're doing an episode with puppets. Yippee!
Wow. Maybe the strike is a lot worse than we thought.
Well, I'm wondering how the people that do the felt nerdy thing feel about that. Because there actually is a group that have Henson-like puppets that do Muppet Star Trek at conventions.
Mm.
So, I mean, is this something that, the people in charge are like, oh yeah, this is so fun, let's do this one. Let's do a musical, let's do puppets, let's do holodeck. Let's make sure Spock is the Tomcat of the series.
He's going to go through the entire ship before the end of the show, I swear.
Well,
It must be why he's so stoic in the original series, because he's just been through, he's done it
remember,
all, and he just moved on.
No, remember the
That's
reason at this point he's exploring his human side, and he is a very horny male. Now, when he has the tragedy that mistakes him in his life after that is when he became so stoic and kind of put away the human side, and it was 100% Vulcan from there on out. So there will be a shift in the character, which we expected.
He'll have a 7-year dry spell, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah. So much for Ponfar. Pomfar, maybe.
By the way, folks, I was able to access Paramount Plus. I cannot show it on screen due to the security stuff. It's not that I'm not willing to do it. It's just it will not show due to the way they put these securities on streaming. That screen that you guys were talking about at the very end, it's actually, there's two screens to it. One of them looks like computer coded language, like file A, whatever, B, C, whatever. Lots of lines with lots of numbers. And then it switches and the language is Chinese. Go back and take a look at it.
Okay.
It actually has a little bit of Klingon thrown in there as well. Am I able to read it? No, I never learned how to write Klingon. I just know how to.
Oh, did anybody do it? Yeah, we could have used Google Translate to do, or get somebody who's. Oh, I wonder if somebody's done that already.
So, by the way,
No.
it's on there on the screen as it flickers, and I stopped it right here, and it's got, there's Chinese in there, but in other lines there's hieroglyphs, and I swear there's a little bit of Klingon too. But it's done as a blink if you missed it moment. So it's there. There's some ancient languages, so who knows? Rat check.
Well, it was giving me the Cage feel for some of the stuff.
Oh.
As far as, the creation of all that, and the DNA is throughout the galaxy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, look, I'm gonna have to have a bigger TV, but I can make out quite a few of the letters. But it's just, it's a blink if you missed it. It's there, so they're gonna tease us on something else that's coming. We'll see. But guys, I do appreciate you catching up your feelings on the other episodes, because I didn't have a chance to even watch the episodes either. So thank you. Okay. We effectively did 3 episodes, but not by choice. I made you guys do it again, and I'm sorry. So
You could have just watched our shows.
Yeah,
Now you got to triple our paycheck. I mean,
exactly. He's
I thought
pondering that.
credits. I thought credits in our universe had no value. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss that moving forward. That's fair, guys. I think that is funny and it's worthwhile. So, okay. I will if I get to the Alamo this week, I will take pictures and I'll
Good.
send them to you guys. But yeah, I'm going to Texas on Monday. I don't know
Be
why.
careful.
Yeah, it's hot and rainy, but I'm going to Dallas Fort Worth, quite frankly. I'll be in that area for a while.
Oh,
And,
that's funny because there's a big planning session and everybody was supposed to go, and then they needed more space, and they said, "Okay, anybody that doesn't have to go doesn't have to
For what?
for work."
Work.
Oh, for you. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Greg. Oh,
Yeah.
at your job. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Didn't you get the memo, Roger?
No, I'm in my 9th week of retirement. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you knew most of my team was down there.
No, I can't wipe the smile on my face. I'm in my 9th week of retirement.
I got 11 years.
I retired 11 years early, Greg. I'm so happy about it. I effectively traded a 12-month job for a 2.5-month job. That's what I did. But I'm traveling, and 2 weeks after that, I'm going somewhere else as well. Sorry, I missed you, Liz. I know. I
No,
guess
that's
you weren't
okay.
feeling well when I was in Sacramento.
And I was mostly busy, and yeah, my tummy was giving me some issues.
Oh, okay. So you just blew me off then.
I
Okay.
did not blow you off. You never texted me that you wanted to come over or anything. And I've probably been in the bathroom the majority of the time anyway.
Okay, I appreciate the visual, but I don't text people. I call
I
them.
know. You didn't do that
Oh.
either. So don't even say that you did.
You can go to
Don't.
hell. You can go to hell right now. I will send you the image of the call and the voicemail that I left. So anyway, this is Star Trek, trekking across the universe. Oh, hey, do you guys have any announcements? Liz, anything going on in the world of Liz?
Anything going on in the world of Liz, but no, but other than a lot of interviews coming up in the next few days for Talented.
Mhm.
Michael?
Yeah, we have Sam Bell on from the Librarians tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time. And this just got changed. Monday at noon, we have Hannah Devlin on. That's at noon, and then at 9 a.m. Pacific time. She
Thank
was
you.
also on the Librarians. And on Wednesday at help me. I believe
Isn't it 9 a.m.?
Yeah, at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. We have Rebecca Rosenberg, co-producer and writer on the Librarians, the next chapter.
And you heard breaking news from Greg. There will be a future episode of ancient aliens inventing a certain cuisine. We look forward to that episode. Just screwing with you, Greg. Just screwing.
Greg needs to do an episode of that, but they come down and do an episode of like Chopped, where they have to create all this stuff. That's how they created it.
Yeah, and I just got a confirmation that later in the month, Lisa Brenner will be on with us.
Yes.
That is Dean Devlin's significant other, is it not?
That's correct.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely awesome. As what? Arc or
Neither. She has a new project coming out.
Yes, because she is a professional in the field as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Good for you.
Yeah.
Greg, any announcements?
No. All good here.
And before I go to Aaron, I just want to tell everyone, check out what's happening on ndbmedia.net. There's a lot of stuff. You got a tiny taste of it. There's network programming every day of the week. And even though I haven't been here to say it, I thank everyone that has been watching. Michael and I, for 3 years, used to go over the numbers and cry over the numbers of the episodes. And now Michael and I don't discuss the numbers of the episodes because we're just absolutely blown away by them. Just the impressions that we get are mind-boggling, where we would joke that if we got 100 views, that was a win. now if we don't get 1,000 impressions, it's like, okay, what do we do wrong? And a lot of it is our thank you to the audience. A lot of the thank you, which I have to go around and thank all the hosts. The network has been growing immensely. And I always had that theory. Regular programming gets you regular watchers. And yeah, I see Greg's nodding. Yeah, it's taken a while, but it's working. And it works, folks. Because when they see you one time, and then they're like, hey, were they on? Oh, wait, there's something else on. And they just come back, and we are eternally thankful for that. But anyway, Aaron, what do you have going down the world of Aaron?
I have nothing to add, unfortunately.
Yes, because he has several non-disclosures because he is the director, writer, and he's got to get through all the different non-disclosures.
I wish it was that interesting, but no.
No.
Is it really quiet in the world of Aaron right now?
Yes. Yeah.
You know what, young man? Good for you. Because you do need some time. And all these other creators on the internet, not only the networks, and I'm switching gears. Obviously, they have the dream jobs that we all wish that we could have. But for the fan clubs and the fan organizations that do all of this, we all benefit. I'm a fan of what Michael did. I'm a fan of what Greg does. And I'm a fan of what Aaron does. I'm the lucky one because I always feel they're doing it for me. And 380 million other people. I've always benefited by watching these episodes, and some of them are absolutely very good. And it's like, man, this could have been on screen, which is, really, really
Yes.
amazing. But
Not
what
mine.
we get is, I'm sorry, Greg, I missed it. Sorry,
His, not mine.
dude. You work with some incredibly talented people, Greg. What you do, and look, you all know I'm a fan of Aaron because of what he does, but I mean it to the fan community. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and we live in a multi-dimensional plane. So I'm not going to say it. There's good stuff and there's not so good stuff, but the point is that these are storytellers. This is who we are as a species. It's kind of cool, man. It's kind of cool, no matter what. Liz,
Yes.
have you been involved in the fan community in any way? I think you and I are the outsiders because we have 3 genuine filmmakers on with us right now.
I did when I was much, much younger, late high school and college, but not for many years.
Oh, so I'm the outsider. Okay, fair enough. All right. Anyway, I don't want to belabor it anymore, guys. We actually did quite a bit. I appreciate the conversations. I've missed all of you. I enjoy these conversations. I look forward to next week, and we're good. Other than that, yeah, Strange New Worlds. Come on, guys. 5 episodes left. We'll see what's up. All right. Oh, are you guys excited about Starfleet Academy? Uh-oh.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Greg?
Mm-mm.
Me no likey, the female Jemadar. I didn't like that.
I haven't even looked at anything about it. I mean, the only thing I know is that Tilly and Janet Reno are on there. So
And so is Robert Picardo.
Yeah. And the commander of Starfleet, I'm sorry, of the Starfleet, the Admiral, he's in it as well. So we'll see.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. There was one shot I didn't care for, but that's all right. All right, folks, that'll be it for now. Thank you. This is Trekking Across the Universe. Thanks, guys. August 9th, 2025. We'll see you guys next week. Check out what's going down there, ndbmedia.net. Thank you. We'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.